Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. I'm so glad you're here to see the exciting news of what is going on for the summer solstice. So we have on Friday the 21st through around the 23rd-ish, what the 21st is the longest day of the year in the northern hemisphere. This is the summer solstice when the earth is tilted on its axis in a certain way that is closest to the sun. And in our area of North America, the United States, and then other areas of the southern hemisphere are experiencing the darkest day, and it's winter for them. So what we have is an alignment between, well, we are also moving into Cancer season. So with the pole shift, the Earth moving at this certain degree, it's also going to be shifting into a new star sign, which is the star sign of Cancer. So Cancer, the sun will be in Cancer and the moon will be in Aquarius. So it's a very exciting time. There is an alignment between Jupiter, Neptune, and Mercury each at 18 degrees. That's creating sort of a portal. So on the 21st itself, there are many portals going on. There's the alignments going on in Capricorn between Pluto. What's going to happen also is there's a major retrograde going on between 4 planets. We have Neptune going retrograde in Pisces. We have Mercury, we have Pluto retrograde in Capricorn. We have Saturn retrograde in Capricorn. And we have Jupiter retrograde in Sagittarius. So it's very exciting. 4 planets retrograding, relatively all at the same angle or degree in the sky. So as we look up from Earth, that's what determines the degree that we're looking at. So it's an alignment and it's a portal for energy. So as we move into Cancer season, this is a time of inner healing, getting in touch with your feelings. Cancer is the 4th house of the zodiac. There are 12 houses in astrology in the zodiacs, and this is the 4th house. Cancer is associated with healing the inner soul. It is all about your feelings, your inner self, sensitivity, family, even roots, and nostalgia. So it's a very inner, a time of inner healing, healing the soul, healing the spirit. And for Aries people, this is a time to reflect, to consider your dreams with Neptune aligning with Jupiter, and also for you to consider your own feelings. You know, as you shift, if you're going through the shift, moving from the 3D to the 4D and the 5D. So what is the 3D? So the 3D is all about the day-to-day things that you do in the physical realm, with your physical self and your mind, and you're trying to sort things out. The 4D is when we sort of shift. We know we're a spiritual being. We know that there's a spirit world, and we sort of shift our consciousness through prayer and meditation, even just faith in the unknown, to get to hope for things to go our way, or to manifest things to come into our life that we want. So we do this through prayer, setting an intention into the 4th and 5th dimension. So the 5th dimension would be anything in the spirit realm, sort of all esoteric, metaphysical, spiritual realm, where we connect to spirit and source, and then you shift into the 5D. So where you are more like observing your day-to-day. So you observe your own thoughts, you observe things going on in reality, but you have trust and faith in the divine that things are going to work out in your favor, and especially of how you've manifested things to work out for you. Aries people also have Chiron in Aries. So Chiron in Aries will also boost your healing process. This is all about healing the wounded soul. If you went through a lot of heartache, pain, transformation, having to get through difficult times in the 3D, which we all went through. We're human beings, so we live in the 3D. The way, though, to heal and shift your energy is to really observe what is going on in the 3D and then make a conscious choice to co-create your life. So you co-create with Spirit and Source what it is that you want, and sort of shift higher to a higher vibration, which is in the third dimension. If you watch the news or something like that, or you get very caught up in fears, worries, and doubts, that is inner thoughts. So that's all affects your inner world, your spirit and your soul, because you're all worried, and you're caught up in the third dimension. You only believe what you can see in front of you. Now, if you shift higher, you go into the 4D and you trust. You go to the 5D, you manifest, and you are grateful, and you know that there's an abundance there. So abundance of emotional healing, an abundance of spiritual healing, there's abundance of wealth, there's abundance of relationships. Everything that you could possibly need is actually within you. So if you go within, connect to Spirit and Source, connect to the 5D, then you can have access to the universe, and you can literally manifest whatever it is you want, especially if you're aware of your dreams, things that you want. My cat is going absolutely nuts. Mao, come here, please. I'm trying to get this video done, and he wants to be involved. Okay, so Mao is involved. So Jupiter in Sagittarius, aligned with Neptune, still 18 degrees. There's a 90-degree angle here where with the retrogrades as well, Neptune going retrograde, there's a shift. Saturn retrograde in Capricorn. Capricorn's the house of life purpose, the 10th house of the zodiac. And this star sign is all about achievements. It's very driven. But when Saturn goes retrograde, it asks you to slow down. So you slow down. With the sun in Cancer, that's about our heart and how we feel. So getting in touch with your spiritual self, shifting and raising your vibration higher, so that you, even just thinking happy thoughts, you don't have to drink like tons of energy drinks to like get really hyper and say, oh, I'm 5D, I'm high vibe. But you also want to keep your thoughts positive. So because drinking all the caffeine could actually really be bad for your physical body, so you may not want to do that. But so getting back to the sun in Cancer, so this is about healing your spirit, healing your soul, and you have the support of Chiron as well. Trusting your intuition. If you went through a period where there were a lot of difficulties in the 3D, other people can like say something to you, and now you're pulled from observing and being detached and happy to being pulled down into their drama. And so trusting your gut, staying detached, staying happy, and staying aligned is really important. With this summer solstice, you can actually literally make your dreams come true, and you can also literally use this portal of the retrograding aligned planets to slow down, take inventory of what makes you happy and what feeds your soul. What is healing your spirit? What nourishes your spirit? Actually make a list. You can write them down. What nourishes your spirit? Foods, things that are in the 3D that are very nourishing for you. Things that make you happy can be visual, things that you see that nourish your soul. Crystals, um, and what else? Maybe going to museums, maybe seeing a movie that's high vibration, not negative, thinking positive thoughts, going out into nature, going to the ocean, going camping, going to somewhere beautiful. If you can't afford to do any of those things, or you just can't for some reason, you can use the power of your mind through meditation to literally go anywhere that you want. So that's the positive. You can nourish your soul through meditation, and actually you can even astral projection. You can actually truly do all of this without having to even leave your home. But if you want to raise your vibe, and go out into a different 3D reality, to raise your spirit, that is actually recommended because of this alignment. It's a portal. It's a great, wonderful, perfect time to raise your energy higher and shift out of the 3D fears, worries, and doubts. So it's very easy to get caught up in the 3D. All you do is flick on the TV, on the news, and any one of those shows will pull you down into the 3D. You start worrying, oh my goodness, fear, 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 fear. And it's like, no, you connect to spirit and source, get in tune with your spirit, really get in touch with your intuition, and then you'll know whether or not this is what is right for you as a person. So I'm going to move it past the solstice and move to the tarot portion. So I burned some sage and cleared the area, cleared the air, cleared the energy, because I do a lot of tarot in here, so I just cleared it, and the reading itself was wonderful. So tarot cards are a medium for measuring and sort of the person who's doing the reading can connect to the fourth and fifth D through their spirit, and the cards sort of act as a medium to communicate possible future energies. Okay, so the reader is using the cards not as a prediction, but as an energy measure, sort of measure. So the very first card out was the sun. And as I was shuffling, I kind of knew the sun was going to come out, and I was like, this is the summer solstice, followed by justice. So something very good is most likely going to happen for you. Justice, a legal decision in your favor, something very positive. Balance coming into your life. Foundation of your energy, Aries, is this can be all signs, but I focus on Aries, but is Jupiter energy. So I got Jupiter, the karma wheel of change. So something is changing for the better. In the past, you may have been juggling and trying to find balance as you were maybe going through difficulties. So maybe you having to borrow money from someone to pay something else, and that would be sort of like a juggling 3D things, two tangible things. Now, unexpectedly, we have Four of Wands, which is all about being able to take a break, take some time off. You've reached your goal, and now you can sort of kick back a little bit. Four of Wands, followed by Page of Pentacles, which is good news coming in about money, about tangible items, things that possessions. I got for Aries people the Four of Cups. So I see that as Neptune energy, where you're just sort of daydreaming. You're not really interested in the 3D love. You're more thinking about possibilities of the future. I got your environment, Nine of Pentacles, self-sufficient, wealth, and abundance. Your fear came out as the Devil. So I feel like a lot of people are trying to stay away from the negative energy, trying to remain positive. The final outcome was Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles is Saturn energy. This is the energy of taking a step back, pausing, and really looking at the big picture with Jupiter in Sagittarius, looking at the long-term life plans, looking at long-term life purpose as well. So I got on the bottom of the deck, I had several cards come out, but the bottom of the deck had the Emperor, and I really feel like that is for Aries or any sign. It's being empowered So as you get more in touch with your spirit, and heal and nourish your soul, it actually is very empowering, because you're not putting yourself last anymore. You're actually putting yourself first, or you're actually putting yourself in the equation, because I know Aries people really do look out for other people a lot, and most likely put themselves last. So I put up the ephemeris just to show you. Right now, today, I'm doing this on the 20th, but we have the sun right now is in Gemini. It's going to move into Cancer tomorrow. I believe it's around 6 or something like that. I'm in Pacific Coast time. You can see the alignments of the planets, that are, we have Jupiter and we have Saturn in their respective houses where they should be. 18 degrees retrograding. We have Pluto retrograde in Capricorn as well. Pluto is a planet that is typically associated with Scorpio energy. So this energy is transformation. Things that are no longer serving your highest purpose are going to move out. Moon in Aquarius, and then Cancer, 17 degrees, the North Node. The North Node is about our intuition, our inner feelings. It's about feelings. So Mercury in Cancer as well as Mars, and they're both at Mercury 24, Mars 23. So there's power in your feelings right now. Whatever it is you're going through, there's power in your feelings, and you're also communicating that. You have the power of your emotions, and you are willing to communicate that to people. Like, I'm okay with this, I'm not okay with that. Doing things that nourish your soul are very important. Not putting yourself last anymore if you were putting yourself last. So taking advantage of this portal on the solstice. So the solstice, the alignment is actually, so I know a lot of people they email me and they want specific dates for tarot, and that's funny because the sun is not even, and it even says here, well, it says at the bottom on the page, it says, planets are approximate. I mean, it's Harvard. No, this is NASA. So it's a very good technology. And it says that this is approximate. So the energy coming from the solar system in astrological terms and astronomy, when you then, as the tarot reader, move the energy down and try to get a reading of the person or the star sign, the collective that are going through something, I would say, it said the sun moving into the solstice, the sign of Cancer, and the horizontal axis, the inclination, is actually going to span over several days. So maybe 3 days or something along those lines. So maybe you can think of tarot in that manner, that it's a general energy. It may come in 3 days, it may take a week, it may even take a month or two. But I would say 3 days, 3 days to a week. If it doesn't happen, then it's most likely either it did happen and you didn't recognize it, like you didn't see it, or it was not your reading, not for you. And you need to also check your moon and rising and Venus. Like my moon is Gemini and with Venus Gemini. My rising is Sagittarius. So they're very different energies. I have an air sign Venus and an air sign moon. So although I am an Aries, I have a very logical, rational, emotional side. So that could be why I don't really have, a lot of emotional. But if you were to have a water energy as your moon, you may feel more sensitive as a fire sign. So it's really good to check out your sun or your moon, your rising, and your Venus, as well as your Mars. So that is my update for the summer solstice, moving into Cancer season. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you found it informative. I hope you like the tarot reading as well. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. Feel free to email me anytime. Have a blessed weekend and take care. Bye.